In Louisville, Kentucky, rainy, windy, temperatures in the 40s, but it's time to toughen up because the keg of nails is on the line. Cincinnati versus Louisville. Bearcat quarterback Munchie Legaux trying to bounce back from Cincinnati's first loss of the season, while Teddy Bridgewater and Louisville still undefeated. It's late October, so bundle up. Bearcats versus Cards for the keg of nails. The keg of nails is on the line, and it's a critical Big East matchup here at rainy, cold Papa John's Cardinal Stadium in Louisville, Kentucky. In the Big East, 3 teams still undefeated in conference play, even after Cincinnati's loss last week against the Toledo Rockets. Rutgers, Louisville, and Cincinnati still undefeated in league play. Rutgers and Louisville still undefeated on the year. And welcome to Louisville, Kentucky. I'm Carter Blackburn with Rod Gilmore. Jamel Hill joins us in a moment. Rod, there's a lot of talk about the future of the Big East and the changes to college football postseason. Here's what we know about 2012. There is a BCS berth from the Big East Conference, which makes this a very critical game.
Yeah, this conference is not a part of the national championship discussion. That's clear. We know that. Not any love for the Big East, but having an automatic bid is huge this year and next year, and these teams are vying for that right now.
And one of the reasons Louisville is vying for that BCS spot, the play of their sophomore quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater, who has emerged into a very good one in a hurry.
Yeah, I really like him. You're not going to be wowed by the statistics. He's not going to throw for a gazillion yards. But the subtle things about quarterback play, he does it well. It's almost Andrew Luck-esque, the way he comes about it. Precision passing, accuracy, the pocket presence, the critical throws on third down in the red zone, and just all the little things that you need to win at this level and the next level, that's what he does.
High praise for Teddy Bridgewater. Cincinnati has another good quarterback, Munchie Legaux. The question is, Rod, is he better than Teddy Bridgewater?
Well, he's got the best name in college football, but better than Teddy Bridgewater? Right now, I don't think so. But he said that he's better, and he said that he will prove it tonight. And all he has to do is play better, but he's put a target on his back. Now, he's a very talented player, but he hasn't played with a lot of accuracy in his passing. He'll need that tonight.
Well, the Bearcats have backed up the talk the last 4 years. They have won the last 4 keg of nails games. So the Cards, angry, ready to take the keg back tonight. Cincinnati won the toss and deferred. Louisville will receive in a rivalry that goes back to 1929. Cincinnati versus Louisville for the keg of nails. Charlie Strong, his 3rd season as Louisville head coach. He has not yet won a keg of nails game in his Cardinal tenure. Adrian Bouchel from the end zone brings it out. Bouchel across the 20. There's a flag down as Bouchel gets to the 28. That's a holding against Louisville. So we'll see the Louisville offense first and Teddy Bridgewater. The saga of how Teddy Bridgewater became a Cardinal is a journey through some recent history in college football. He's from Miami, committed to the Hurricanes, but Randy Shannon fired. So then he committed to LSU, but the Tigers went out and recruited Zach Mettenberger. So Charlie Strong offered Bridgewater the chance to be a quarterback. He settled on the Cardinals, and he is thriving here in Louisville.
If he were playing for LSU right now, I think they'd be undefeated and a little bit higher rated. I think he's that good.
How many LSU fans do you think hoping that Teddy Bridgewater was a Tiger rather than a Cardinal? BCS implications all around. Jeremy Wright, first down handoff, and nothing doing for the first Louisville running back, Devin Drain. Gets 3. Let's look at the Cardinal impact players.
Well, it's really, in this weather, you start thinking about the running attack. Sonoris Perry, Jeremy Wright. Perry is a big-time explosive running back. Wright great on third down, and defensively, Hakeem Smith just saves everything, wipes out big plays back there at that safety spot.
Louisville Cardinals 7-0, won last week against South Florida. Had to stave off A tough one at home. That one's incomplete, so quickly 3rd down for Louisville on the opening drive for the Cardinals.
Yeah, you know, we talked about Teddy Bridgewater and what he does at quarterback, and one of the big things and one of the reasons I compare him to Andrew Luck is his ability to keep you out of negative plays, to keep you on time so you aren't 2nd and 14, 2nd and 16, that sort of thing. He avoids the plays that put you in a bad spot. He's pretty good on 3rd and 7.
That is extremely high praise for a sophomore 19-year-old quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater. Sophomore from Miami Northwestern High School. Pressured on 3rd and 7. Bridgewater releases, and it's dropped by Devontae Parker, what would have been a 1st down.
Yeah, he was right on the money. You know, you start wondering about the weather. Typically, rain like this doesn't bother receivers too much, particularly with gloves on, but he short arms out when Parker does and loses it. Usually, it's wind that bothers a passing attack, not rain. The wind is usually the biggest issue.
Charlie Strong pointed out to Jamel before the game that Louisville has played in rainy conditions a lot this season, including a deluge in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Short punt for Louisville from Ryan Johnson. So Cincinnati will have it in Louisville territory on the first drive for the Bearcats. Just a 34-yard punt from Ryan Johnson. Benton Shannon Legaux from New Orleans. When he was a little boy, he lost his 2 middle teeth. His grandmother got a big kick of how he munched on his meals without those teeth. So Benton has forever been Munchie Legaux.
Yeah, Legaux, the Munchie Legaux. Remember Virginia Tech, big touchdown pass to win that ball game. Best name in college football.
Threw a couple of critical interceptions last week in the loss to Toledo, including one return for a touchdown. Legaux hands off. George Wynn on 1st down. Picks up about 8 right through the middle of the Cincinnati defense.
And he runs an offense that is an up-tempo spread offense. You'll see a lot of that zone read that's been popular the last several years, and they'll go as fast as possible. They want to run as many plays as they can during the game, somewhere around 75 to 80 if they can get it in.
Wynn through the Louisville defense for 8. Cincinnati already inside the Cardinal 40. Wynn again. Stood up, and Wynn is driven back with Preston Brown, the middle linebacker, leading the way.
This offense, Carter, 35 points a game, 225 yards a game. Both of those are tops in the Big East.
A rushing yards, 226. Best in the Big East, 16th in the nation. 3rd down and 1 on the opening Cincinnati drive. Legaux over the middle. It's incomplete. Intended for the tight end Kelsey. And Jermaine Reeve, the true freshman, another Miami Northwest high school guy back there in coverage.
Yeah, he's throwing into a 5 defensive back look, a nickel package. And when it's 3rd and long, that's a challenge.
This will be Miliano from 47. Tony Miliano, whose long is 46. Miliano's 47-yarder is good. 47-yard field goal, and Cincinnati takes a 3-0 lead. The wind died down prior to the kick from Miliano. He boots it through, and the Bearcats have the early edge in Louisville. The keg of nails game between Cincinnati and Louisville. Prior to the current 4-year run by Cincinnati, Louisville had won 9 of 10, but the Bearcats have held on to that keg of nails trophy. They have an early 3-0 lead here tonight after a 47-yard field goal in the rain from Tony Miliano.
You know, they lost to a good Toledo team last week, Cincinnati did, and I think a lot of folks were surprised about that, but we saw that as a possible upset.
And another good win for the MAC. That Toledo football team is a good team, and that is a tough place to play. That's not one you shake your head at. Cincinnati's good, Toledo's good as well. Sean Watson teaches the defense first to his offensive players. How to read defenses, beginning with checking that free safety. Bridgewater rolling on 1st and 10, and he will take the sack. Greg Blair will be credited with that sack and a loss for Teddy Bridgewater. But Rodney, he didn't try to force it downfield.
No.
He didn't. One of the few negative plays for Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, and getting back to teaching that defense, I think that's a great thing. You see him coming out right now to grab something, but he'll head back out there. Teaching the defense first before you get the playbook. And that's great for a quarterback. He must understand the coverages he's seeing and the fronts that he's facing before he gets to learn the playbook. That's wonderful.
It's 3rd down and 7. My mistake earlier. It's 3rd down and 7 now for Louisville. Bridgewater drops, throws, completes. Another long throw. It's complete. And Louisville and the Cardinals convert on 3rd and 7. Parker makes the grab.
You know, we talk about quarterback play and being efficient and managing the situation. This is what Teddy Bridgewater has done in 3rd down situations. In 3rd and long, he's done well. 34 situations, 59% on 3rd and long situations.
Play action on 1st down. Bridgewater downfield, complete inside the 30-yard line. Inside the 10. Knocked out at the 5. Andrell Smith, the senior, with a 50-yard play.
That's the decoy on the other side of that play, and they came back to the other side to get Andrell Smith.
So 1st and goal, Louisville from the 5. Bridgewater under center. He hands to Wright. Wright is written down at the 1. Jordan Step, 2nd and goal for the Cardinals. So Louisville converts on 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive, and then the big one.
Well, let's go back to that play. You'll see Andrell Smith get out behind the press coverage and beat the safety, and Teddy Bridgewater waits for him to clear. Well done. As he was looking off everyone to the other side before coming back to Andrell Smith.
Louisville has been excellent in the red zone. 80% touchdown. On 2nd and goal. Touchdown Cardinals right into the end zone. Bridgewater gets a couple of huge completions, and Wright finishes it off. Louisville takes the lead. Six plays into the end zone. John Wallace, PAT, is good, and Louisville has a 7-3 lead on Cincinnati.
We talked about the accuracy, Teddy Bridgewater, and he had it on this long play that got the real big play that set up this touchdown. It's Andrell Smith clearing the safety, perfectly dropped in, and that gives you the situation where the Cardinals go ahead, 7-3.
That's 4th Street Live, downtown Louisville, Kentucky. There's a Hard Rock Cafe. Sully's is down there. You can get a drink, a nice meal, a bacon wrap filet.
Yeah. How would you know about all that? You weren't hanging out there.
Right. I was watching the World Series and doing my prep.
Exactly.
Nails. Although we did get some pretty good fried chicken at the Cottage Inn.
Yeah, that was kind of nice for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Touchdown drive for Louisville, the 2nd time they had it after they went 3 and out. And right after you told us how good Teddy Bridgewater is on 3rd and long, he converts, and the Cardinals get in the end zone. That will be some kickoff fielded by Ralph David Abernathy IV. And Abernathy will take it to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. And the first 2 Cincinnati drives both start in Louisville territory. And yes, Ralph David Abernathy IV, whose grandfather, Ralph David Abernathy Jr., was one of the civil rights leaders all the way back to the 1955 Montgomery bus boycott there with Rosa Parks and Dr. Martin Luther King. The defense, so Cincinnati benefits. George Wynn Correction, it's Munchie Legaux off the fake to George Wynn. Munchie Legaux keeps it into Louisville territory, first down.
Yeah, well, we talked about his athleticism. You see the read option fake. He holds the end in right there, reads him perfectly, gets to the outside. It's the speed, the athleticism, a guy who is 6'5" and 200 pounds.
Legaux threw an interception last time Cincinnati had the football. Handing off to Wynn. It is Wynn on the handoff this time, and he gets only 2. George Durant on the stop.
Wasn't Munchie at one point committed to the University of Colorado?
Yes, he was. He was verbal to Colorado, but when Butch Jones took over, recruited Munchie on the heels of Munchie watching the Bearcats play in that 2010 Sugar Bowl in New Orleans.
Where he's from,
when they got whipped by the University of Florida. But Munchie was familiar with the Bearcats from that game. Took a visit, decided to become a Cincinnati Bearcat. Reverse. Abernathy turns the corner on Marcus Smith and ends up gaining, we'll see, a couple.
Well, he turned the corner on Marcus Smith, but Marcus Smith stayed home. So the trickeration didn't work because Smith stayed out there and forced Abernathy to buy time until the help could come. Now you got a 3rd and 6. Remember last time on a 3rd and 2 in this area, Munchie Legaux threw a pick.
0 for 3 passing for Munchie Legaux with the interception. Pressure coming on 3rd and 6. Legaux completes this time for a first down. That's Damon Julian, the senior, who's averaging 17 yards of reception. Had the game-winning TD in the win against Virginia Tech.
Nice throw, stands tall in the pocket and delivers it right on time to the right spot, picks up the first down. That's a good throw.
From inside the Louisville 15. Play fake. That is incomplete. Intended for Tompkins on the screen. 2nd and 10. We showed you Louisville's 80% touchdowns. Cincinnati 59% touchdowns when they get inside the opponent's 20.
And you know it by now. What do you want in the red zone?
You want 75 to 80%.
Yep, that's what you, good student.
Oh, thank you very much.
The only thing you haven't done correctly has been all over the Remember the Titans.
Football is fun, sir.
You've freshed up a little bit.
You and Jamel successfully busted me on that so much. I had to go and do it. We have the Wildcat quarterback, Jordan Lou Allen, in for 2nd and 10 for the Cats. He tosses to Abernathy. Abernathy going the other way. Abernathy turns on the Jets, dives, and he is in for a touchdown. Abernathy was bottled up in the backfield, but Ralph David Abernathy, the 4th, has a 14-yard touchdown run, and Cincinnati's on top.
Oh, he made that by himself. Wow. And watch all the white shirts that are not fooled. Look at everybody who's there to make the play. He manages to stutter step, stop them. 93 Roy Philon wasn't able to make the play, and he got to the edge and got to the end zone. Wow.
PAT is good. It's 10-7 Cincinnati. Abernathy was bottled up, and then he just smashed the bottle.
This is an outstanding piece of running. Gets Cincinnati right back in the ballgame. They're up.
Ralph David Abernathy, the 4th, with a 14-yard touchdown run, just the 2nd rushing touchdown. He had the big 76-yard catch and run on a pass play in the 4th quarter versus Virginia Tech. A sophomore from Atlanta's Westminster High School. Cincinnati the 10-7 lead in the battle for the keg of nails. Fielded in the end zone by Perry. Perry brings it out across the 20, across the 25. He's still going all the way to the 30. They know Anthony Davis around this state, the Commonwealth of Kentucky, whether you're a Louisville fan or a Wildcat fan. go back to the touchdown.
Yeah, pretty interesting stuff. A really well-designed trickeration. Abernathy is here. He's going to come here. Watch the flow that you get the other way with the fake. Now, as it starts that way, keep your eye on this. You get a nice wall set up out here, and then a block there. A complete lane is set up for Abernathy because the wall keeps everybody inside. He gets the block on the edge outside, and Abernathy makes it happen.
At the end of the first, Cincinnati 10, Louisville 7 in the battle for the keg of nails. Second and 12. Here's Bridgewater. Batted an interception. Intercepted by Malik Bomar. Bomar picks off Teddy Bridgewater. Just the 4th interception thrown this year by Bridgewater.
Momar did a great job. Bomar just sliding over, happened to get his hand on it. Watch him. He's to the right of the screen. He actually sees it, gets his hand on it, and Bomar does a great job of taking care of that. Reads the quarterback's eyes perfectly, tips it, and makes the play himself.
Which sets Cincinnati up already inside the Louisville 20-yard line. So Munchie Legaux, who's thrown 2 interceptions from the shotgun, with Ralph David Abernathy, the 4th, next to him in the backfield. Off the fake. Legaux scrambling, finds the outside, and he is near the first down, near the 10-yard line. We'll see where they mark him out.
Smart move. He was trying to get Abernathy on a wheel route towards the end zone, saw it wasn't there, and took off. That was a great decision.
Call it 2nd down and 2 now. So an 8-yard run from Legaux. Abernathy inside the 10. 1st and goal, Cincinnati. Keith Brown there on the stop.
Keith Brown leading department tacklers. 1st and goal from the side.
Cincinnati 59% touchdown in the red zone this season. 1 for 1 tonight.
Yeah, 59 is not good enough. 1 for 1 is good. 2 for 2 will be better for Cincinnati.
Abernathy on 1st and goal. Bottled up, gets to the 5 anyway, so a gain of 2 before Calvin Pryor brings him down. It's 2nd and goal from the 5.
Let's go back and take a look at this. This is an unbalanced line. This is a tight end right here, and here's a guard, and now you have all these linemen here. So they've got heavy blocking here, and they run the play there. Now, when you have that tight end set to that side over there, the defense sets the strength of its defense to the tight end, and they're undermanned against that unbalanced line.
Left side?
Yeah, strong side. Thank you.
2nd and goal from the 4 now. Legaux keeps it, and Munchie's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Off the interception. Munchie Legaux and the Bearcats add to the lead.
Don't forget, that was set up by the other number 4, Bomar, with the great defensive play.
Bomar gets the pick. Munchie Legaux into the end zone. Cincinnati has a 16-7 lead. A short field, but like the Cincinnati fight song says, the red and black shall triumph, struggling down the field. A short field, and Munchie Legaux gets him into the end zone, 17-7. Munchie Legaux said earlier this week, I'm better. We'll find out on Friday night. Better than Louisville quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. The numbers for both not very spectacular tonight, including a combined 3 interceptions.
Yeah, but who's winning?
17-7 Cincinnati. That's Munchie's team.
Yeah. It's a fluid thing. There's plenty of time in this ball game.
And this Keg of Nails rivalry game has a history of comebacks on both sides, including the last time that Louisville won it back in 2007. From the goal line, Sonoris Perry, driven back. Teddy Bridgewater, the Miami native, under center for Louisville. Play action, Bridgewater completing. That's the first time in the last 8 passes that Bridgewater has completed. That one goes to Damian Copeland.
And all this talk about basketball brings up Butch Jones' relationship with Eric Spoelstra.
Now, they've become friends in recent years, and one of the things that Butch Jones did with his Cincinnati team was he said, pay attention to, sign your name, because your name is your brand, that's your identity, and that's what Eric Spoelstra took with the Miami Heat. So Eric Spoelstra sent Butch Jones a note saying, thank you for being part of our championship.
Yeah, they became friends. They share the same agent and were introduced and struck up the friendship and support each other. How about that?
Thanks for being part of our championship journey.
Now,
for your season.
Spo. That's, I guess when you are close, you can call him Spo.
I call him Coach.
As you should.
Butch Jones, when he was in college at Ferris State, began his coaching career as an intern for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers under Ray Perkins. Bridgewater incomplete.
Yeah, he's off. He's off. I mean, he threw that one just a bullet.
Intended for Chris White.
Yeah, and he had White right in front of him. That is not like Teddy Bridgewater, and he's struggling a bit. He's 4 of 15 now. Probably 3 or 4 drops in there, but that last ball is so unlike him. I mean, we've seen him last season and this year in person and on tape. The check down short pass he's usually very, very good with, but not that last throw.
It's a guy who's 73% on the year, including the rain game in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. It's not raining anymore here in Louisville. Pressure from the Bearcats on the slant, caught. That's Eli Rogers, sophomore from Miami. He and Teddy known each other since they were 6 years old. Teddy says they're like brothers, so when you're in need of some help, you go to Eli Rogers.
Yeah, go back to your partner. I mean, when things aren't going right, go back to your friend, and that's his buddy since he was about 6 years old.
From Miami Northwestern High School, they came to Louisville to play together. Bridgewater and the Cardinals into Cincinnati territory. Toss, Sonoris Perry, the junior from Georgia, has another Louisville first down on the ground.
Oh, you can't get to the edge unless you block that defensive end, that outside linebacker, and they did a great job of getting to the edge. And watch the left side. You contain that right there. They did a great job of making sure they got the edge taken care of. Brandon Mills, 58, was the guy that they blocked so well.
Bridgewater steps up in the pocket. Now he has room to run, and Teddy Bridgewater picks up at least 8 on the scramble.
Pocket presence, being aware of the pressure, creating lanes for yourself, buying time, and that's exactly what he did.
Picks up 8. Louisville hurries to the line for 2nd down and 2. There's Rose Murphy, Teddy's mom. Right, stopped short. It's 3rd down and 2 coming for Louisville. Cardinals tried to quick snap it on Cincinnati. Bearcats were ready.
Well, where do you go? 3rd down and short. Do you leave the ball in Bridgewater's hands, or do you go to your rushing attack?
And the fullback Kaiser out there.
Power formation.
Third and 2. Wright takes it, Wright leans, and from the spot, he appears to be about half a yard short.
Well, I think Running that on third down meant that they were prepared to run it on fourth down if necessary. 0 for 1 tonight on fourth down. And Wright's still in there. It was a half-yard short that last time. I would imagine you'd line up and go right back at it.
1 fourth down attempt tonight unsuccessful for Louisville, so fourth down and very short here.
2 tight ends and a fullback.
Bridgewater under center. Jeremy Wright is the back. Bridgewater keeps. Teddy Bridgewater appears to have the first down. 1st and 10. Louisville from the Cincinnati 25.
How about Teddy Bridgewater coming up to the line of scrimmage and giving the signals a la Peyton Manning, like he had something going on? Clearly was a dummy signal at that point. Had to be.
And that's one of the things that the offensive coordinator, Sean Watson, and Charlie Strong talk about, the maturity of Teddy Bridgewater. This is a 19-year-old sophomore quarterback who gives dummy signals to confuse defenses and does it very well, sometimes confusing the Louisville defense when they play in scrimmages.
There's Mom looking for a touchdown.
Bridgewater to the end zone. It is batted and it is incomplete. Incomplete. Drain comes away with the football, but it's incomplete. The pass intended for Charles Gaines.
Well, did it hit the ground? The Drain came up with it, and Teddy's a little bit late with this ball. He had him open, and then it's short, and it does hit the ground. And Drain got close with his hands, but you'll see the ball is not protected. He's using the ball as it hits the ground. Good call by the officials down there. But that ball was late. Should have been thrown earlier.
2nd down, this is Perry. Sonoris Perry is wrestled down right around the 21-yard line. Wuhan makes the stop.
Let's go back to that play in the end zone. From this angle, it looks as though Drain might have caught it. But that angle, I thought the angle from the end zone showed the bottom of the football actually touching the ground and his hands were not underneath the ball.
Well, the back judge was right there, said the ball hit the ground, it's incomplete. Now it's in the book.
Yeah, I think that was the right call.
12th play of the drive, 3rd and 6 for Bridgewater. Bearcats show pressure from Blair up the middle. Now he backs off. Bridgewater fires complete. It's Smith who makes the grab. Inside the 10, 1st and goal Cardinals.
That was another 3rd and long that Bridgewater converted. And this ball comes out quickly on time. 3-step, gets rid of it. Picks up the 1st down.
First and goal from the 8 for the Cardinals. Perry is the back.
Unbalanced line again.
Perry runs right, bounces outside and into the end zone. Louisville caps the drive with a touchdown. A 13-play, 80-yard drive ends with Sonoris Perry into the end zone.
Did you see the last second shift from the left side to the right side by one of the linemen? That gave them the unbalanced line, just the tight end and the guard on the left side of the center, and a lot of blockers, a lot of linemen to the right side.
BAT wobbles in there, 3-point game.
It is the late shift. Watch that shift over here. That's going to create it for the unbalanced line. And a nice job by Perry getting in there, right on that right side. They're back in the ballgame now.
Cincinnati and Louisville, all the way back to 1929. They've been playing for the Keg of Nails. Back and forth we go in the first half here. Touchdown Louisville. It's a 3-point game.
Are there nails?
No, there are no nails in the Keg of Nails.
Can we add nails?
And there never have been nails in the Keg of Nails, even back to 1929. I mentioned a couple times. It Cincinnati's won the last 4 games between these two. This is Tompkins who brings it back to the 25. Tompkins is wrestled down. So playing it all the way to the end of the half and beyond. Cincinnati 17, Louisville 14. Let's go down to Jamel Hill with Charlie Strong.
Coach, you picked up an unsportsmanlike penalty. What happened on that call? What did you say to the official?
Well, I was just trying to get just a verification on the call.
Now, your team responded and they scored. You pulled within 3. How do you keep this momentum going for the second half?
Well, we just haven't played well the first half. Just offensively, we never were on rhythm. We were out of sync. And we just got to come back out this second half and just start playing the way we're capable of playing.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
It's Cincinnati with a 3-point lead on Louisville in the battle for the keg of nails in rainy Louisville, Kentucky. Now we send you on to Chris in the game for the HP halftime report. Not only is the keg of nails on the line tonight, as it always is between Cincinnati and Louisville, but a critical game in the Big East, which means the BCS automatic qualifier out of the Big East. This game will play a role. 3 teams still undefeated in Big East competition: Rutgers, Louisville, and Cincinnati. The Cardinals are undefeated overall on the season. It is 17-14 at the half. Cincinnati on Louisville. Carter Blackburn back with Rod Gilmore. We've been talking about these 2 quarterbacks, Teddy Bridgewater and Munchie Legaux. And I guess in that first half, Rod, you'd say, all right, strikes and gutters for those 2.
Yeah, kind of a mixed bag, you know, from both quarterbacks. And a little bit surprising. I thought we'd see both of them play better, but mistakes by both of them in the first half. I mean, Munchie Legaux had a rough start to it all, had a pick here, trying to throw back over the middle, back across his body. Clearly a bad decision. Did not work out well for him. But you know what? He can make plays for you, as he shows you with this touchdown run. Teddy Bridgewater surprisingly struggled in the first half, had a lot of drop passes, but threw a pick here, tried to squeeze one in here, and Bomar gets his hand on it and actually picks it off. But you know, when he was on time with the throw, he had some good things happening. But again, 4 of 15 passing for Legaux, 9 of 22 with a few drops for Teddy Bridgewater. Both of them have to pick it up in the second half for their respective teams.
Louisville kicks off to begin the second half. So Cincinnati football from inside the 5-yard line. This is Ralph David Abernathy, the 4th. And Abernathy, the sophomore from Atlanta, gets across the 25. We check in with Jamel Hill.
Guys, I asked Coach Butch Jones what they can do, what Cincinnati can do to regain some of the momentum here in the second half. He pointed out one thing: they have to get off the field on 3rd down. You guys, of course, have noted Teddy Bridgewater's efficiency. He knows that's the key to this game, is stopping Louisville on 3rd down going forward.
Munchie Legaux, the Cincinnati quarterback, told the Cincinnati Enquirer earlier this week, "I'm better than Teddy Bridgewater," and we'll find out on Friday night. Both have had their struggles, but it's Legaux and the Bearcats with a 3-point lead to begin the second half. Bouchel shows corner blitz. Here comes Bouchel. Legaux throws that direction, and it's a 2-yard gain. Brown makes the stop on Kelsey.
Munchie Legaux is really athletic, really talented. His accuracy can fluctuate from time to time. Sometimes he throws it high.
Wynn on 2nd and 5. On the read option, Wynn takes it as the first down as Preston Brown misses the tackle, allowing Wynn to cross the 50.
Powerful run by George Wynn. Watch him deliver the blow at the end of this. Lower the shoulder and bam, he just really takes on Brown.
Hurrying on 1st and 10, Wynn takes it again, only picks up a couple here. Wynn, the senior from Southfield, Michigan. He's taken the bulk of the Cincinnati carries this year after Isaiah Peed, a terrific offensive player, 2011 Big East Conference Player of the Year, MVP of the Senior Bowl. Wynn gets it again on 2nd down. We'll have 3rd down and about 4. Preston Brown there on the stop.
Isn't Isaiah Peed a 2nd-round pick of the Rams and playing for them now? Here's a 3rd down. You know, the pace has picked up for Cincinnati, but now they go to a substitution, and it allows Louisville to substitute as well.
Third down and 4. Opening drive of the second half for the Bearcats. Heavy pressure. Picked up by Cincinnati. Legaux' pass is incomplete, but pass interference coming. Stephon Robinson tangled up with Alex Chisholm.
Pass interference, defense number 12. 15-yard penalty, first down.
And the ball was thrown over the receiver's head. But the way it's interpreted, the officials assume that a receiver can make a fantastic catch.
And if Robinson doesn't interfere with him, Chisholm has an opportunity to catch that football.
Well, and the other thing is that Robinson does not see the ball, does not play the ball. If he's playing the ball, maybe he gets away with it, but you're not going to have an uncatchable ball call unless the ball is thrown way out of bounds.
Cincinnati from the Louisville 25. Legaux throwing complete inside the 10. That's the tight end, Kelsey.
Nice,
First and goal, Cincinnati.
nice throw. Seam route, quickly read it, quickly delivered the football as they rush to the line of scrimmage.
Cincinnati hurries up for first and goal from the 6. Wynn keeps it, takes it to the 4. Durant brings him down. Second and goal from inside the 5.
A little hands on the hips, a little winded on this drive, perhaps. Some of the Louisville defensive players.
10th play of the drive coming for Cincinnati. Abernathy in the backfield with Munchie Legaux. Abernathy, touchdown, Cincinnati. An opening drive touchdown out of the half, and the Bearcats take command again.
Yeah, good luck trying to see him in the backfield.
You called for more touches, Rod. He's into the end zone for the second time for Ralph David Abernathy. Munchie Legaux on the drive, 3 for 3, 46 yards. Abernathy finishes it off with a touchdown.
Yeah, Abernathy is an explosive player.
Miliano's PAT is good. A 10-point lead for Cincinnati.
Well, Munchie Legaux set this touchdown up with a beautiful seam pass to Kelsey. And then it's all Abernathy, the guy who needed more touches. He gets another touch, and guess what? Cincinnati gets another touchdown.
The keg of nails is on the line between Cincinnati and Louisville, a trophy that goes back to 1929. Cincinnati has won the last 4 keg of nails games. The last time that Cincinnati won 5 straight keg games, 1953. Then there was a hiatus, and 66 to 69. That's the last time Cincinnati won 5 straight. A 10-point edge, but as we told you in the first half, there is a history of comebacks in this game, including the last time Louisville won when Brian Braum led the comeback for the Louisville Cardinals. Teddy Bridgewater and the Louisville Cardinals, first possession of the second half. 3-step drop, ball out on time, complete on the outside. That's Parker.
Well, it is now Teddy Bridgewater's serve. He's the guy that did not have the great first half. Munchie Legaux also had a mixed first half. He came back in his first drive, successful. Teddy Bridgewater serve.
We'll see if the Bearcats can break the serve to keep the analogy going. I said strikes and gutters on these two guys at the half. Now we've gone serve and return service.
I don't bowl.
That is right for the first down. Louisville moves the chains. Bomar on the stop, and Jeremy Wright, the junior from Claremont, Florida, who's nearing 500 rushing yards on the season, picks up the first down there.
Oh, if he's going to get more rushing yards, they've got to block 51 Blair. Hey, Blair's got 11 tackles already in this ball game.
And credited with 1.5 sacks for the senior from Pittsburgh, Shenley High School. Louisville shifts again to the near side. Cut back, Bridgewater throwing on the run, complete. That's the tight end, Ryan Hubble, brought down by Fry, the strong safety.
What a beautiful fake. Beautiful play action that moved the defense. Watch the fake by Teddy Bridgewater. He sells that, extends the ball, puts it out, sells the defense so that when he comes back across the other way, plenty of room to find his tight end, Ryan Hubble.
It is a first down inside the 25 for Louisville. This is the first possession of the second half for the Cardinals. Screen complete on the outside. That's Rogers inside the 10-yard line. Eli Rogers. Smith with the block.
Almost every pass has been a quick pass. This is a bubble screen, also off the 3-step. 1, 2, 3, put it out there. Good blocking out in front of Rogers by Andrell Smith.
Bridgewater has completed his last 9 passes, including 6 for 6 on this drive. Teddy Bridgewater back in his rhythm. Perry gets it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing. 2nd and goal. Jordan Stepp leads the way for the Bearcats.
Number 94, Jordan Stepp, the Bearcats.
Rolling towards 5 minutes left in the 3rd. This is the first drive of the second half for Louisville. Play 12 coming.
Keep in mind the matchups between the receivers and the corners. Parker goes about 6'3", as does Andrell Smith, facing up against 5'9" corners for fade routes down here.
Tight coverage on 2nd and goal. Bridgewater will hand off again. It's Perry who is driven back. So running the football on 2nd and goal, making it 3rd and long for Louisville.
Yeah, fans don't like it. Fans are booing. With Teddy Bridgewater throwing the ball well in the second half, 6 of 6, they want to see the ball in the air. Now on 3rd down, you got no choice. You got to put it up.
This is 3rd and goal from the 13.
And now, instead of getting the single man-to-man coverage on the outside, they're probably going to get some kind of a zone so the defenders can see the quarterback. So no advantage to Louisville right now.
2 for 2 touchdowns in the red zone for the Cardinals. Bridgewater steps up, throws, complete to the 9, so well short of the end zone. Perry makes the grab, but allows Louisville to bring the kicking unit on 4th down. Bearcats keep Louisville out of the end zone, force the field goal attempt in the red zone.
Yeah, it was the 2nd down play that created that problem. That allowed Cincinnati to go 3rd down, go into their 5-6 defensive back set, and to play zone coverage, so that they didn't have to worry about the mismatches they had on the outside.
26-yarder coming from Wallace. His last attempt was 57, so this one looks a whole lot easier, and he boots it right through. Wallace hits the 26-yarder, but it is Cincinnati still leading by 7. Late 3rd. Rick Pitino and the 2nd-ranked preseason Louisville Cardinals. I got a look at the Cardinals yesterday. I think Luke Hancock is going to be a terrific player for the Cardinals this year.
Did you get a look at Gorgie Jing?
Yes, indeed I did. He's Peyton Siva kind of gotten a lot of the preseason attention for the Louisville Cardinal basketball team. I think Hancock could be good. There's the scoring drive. So the 14 plays, field goal drive. 3:27 to go in the 3rd, and both these teams have just had the football once. Abernathy fields it at the 10 for Cincinnati. Ralph David Abernathy, the 4th, ridden down at the 38. Munchie, Legaux, and the Cincinnati offense, 1st and 10. 3 and out on the last drives for both these offenses. Win right through the middle of the Louisville defense. One more note, that Colin Klein into Kansas State. When Kansas State went in and beat Oklahoma, everyone said, oh, bad loss for Oklahoma, letting Kansas State come in. Well, we've seen exactly how good Kansas State is.
We didn't know.
And Colin Klein have played their way into the national championship race. So that is not nearly as quote-unquote a bad loss as everyone initially reacted to it for the Sooners.
Yeah, an Oklahoma win would put Oklahoma right back in the discussions as a one-loss team.
Win on 1st down, gets inside the 40. We talked about Walter Stewart, the injured defensive end, being the leader of this Cincinnati team. Watch this after the punt. I mean, this is a guy who's not going to play anymore for Cincinnati. We don't think. They're still getting some second opinions. He's still out there, smile on his face.
I tell you, the way he's moving right now, they could use him out there.
And he is sprinting to the other end to get ready for the fourth quarter. With the Keg of Nails trophy on the line, Big East championship implications, BCS at automatic qualifier implications. We go to the fourth on a Friday night in a one-touchdown game between Cincinnati and Louisville. 24-17, headed to the fourth in Louisville. To the fourth and a critical Big East matchup between Cincinnati and Louisville, and Walter Stewart not playing on the field, but he is still leading the Bearcats on the sideline into the fourth with a 7-point Cincinnati lead. First play of the fourth quarter will be 2nd down and 6 for Cincinnati from the Louisville 39. Munchie Legaux audible on 2nd and 6. Wynn takes it. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Bearcats.
A huge 3rd down. I mean, if you're Cincinnati and you get a chance to pick this up and you get another score, a 2-possession lead in the fourth quarter here, that would be huge.
Legaux sacked, fumbles. Cincinnati recovers at midfield. It was Marcus Smith, the junior defensive end, who had a huge sack last week to seal the Louisville win on South Florida. He strips it from Legaux this time. Boujnot gets back on top of the football.
Yeah, speed rush on the right side. Marcus Smith, fantastic, gets the ball out. He's had a big night. He's been all over the field.
Out of field goal range with the hold on what was a 3rd down and short conversion. O'Donnell punts. Dominguez fields it right around the 10. He fumbled it. Louisville recovers at the 7. Dominguez ran into one of his own men, then fumbled the football. Louisville appears to have it. The officials say Cardinal football and separate the Bearcats and the Cardinals at the same time. Louisville hangs on to the football, down 7 in the 4th. Dominguez fumbles. Louisville recovers. The Cardinal is wearing the number 5 jersey of Teddy Bridgewater. And the Louisville offense manages to hang on to the football or recover the fumble. The muff.
The muff, yes.
As we've discussed in the first half, the difference between a muff and a fumble. Rewind your DVR if you want more discussion. Play action on 1st and 10. Bridgewater dancing along the goal line. He's going to heave it long. Laying out to make the grab. Damian Copeland. What a throw by Bridgewater, but Copeland lays out to grab it. A 51-yard gain.
Copeland made that happen. He turned on the Jets about right here. This ball was a little bit overthrown, but he takes off and goes full stride after it and then lays out. But it was about 8 yards of pure speed that got him in position to lay out and get that ball.
That's a guy, Damian Copeland, who has been injured throughout his Louisville career. As a junior, he is 100% healthy, and he is making the most of it. A tremendous grab by Copeland to make it 1st and 10 Cardinals in Cincinnati territory. Wright takes it inside the 35.
Well, they caught Cincinnati on a blitz inside around the guard center gap, and they ran just to the outside of it to the right side. Cincinnati gambled, came inside, and didn't hit home with it. Every play, every possession, critical in a one-possession game in the fourth quarter.
Louisville down by a touchdown, but the Cardinals have momentum in positive territory inside the Cincinnati 35. Harry behind Bridgewater. and a pistol. On 2nd and 2, Perry keeps rolling to move the chain to right around the 31. Mentioned his 2007 comeback. This is the last time that Louisville has won the Keg of Nails game. Brian Brahms over 350 yards, 3 touchdowns. How about a 51-yard pass to Harry Douglas to set up the game-winning 3-yard touchdown run. And now Bridgewater to Copeland on a 51-yarder as Louisville in the 4th tries to come back on Cincinnati. Play fake, Bridgewater to the end zone. Incomplete off the hands of Parker. Bobbling as he went out the back of the end zone.
Yeah, well, they got the safeties on the play action and they bid on it. Parker gets behind them. Ball is right on time and perfect, but Parker couldn't catch it cleanly. If he catches that cleanly, that's a touchdown. Perfectly thrown, perfectly timed, but he bobbled it.
Did he have possession with the foot inbounds there?
I don't know that he did.
The ruling on the field, incompletion.
Bobble. That'll get reviewed, but he is still trying to tuck it away. Question is, does he tuck it away before he goes out of bounds?
After further review, the receiver had a foot down in the end zone with possession of the ball. Touchdown.
Wow.
A PAT away from being tied.
One more look. It was the stab of the ball with 2 hands before he actually hit the ground that he has to be relying on for that. There was movement with the ball after he hit the ground.
I'm still surprised it was overturned, but it was. It's a touchdown, and we are tied at 24 in the 4th. The first passing touchdown for either quarterback tonight. Bridgewater goes 51 yards to Damian Copeland and then goes 30 on the touchdown pass.
How about Parker staying with this at the end, even though he bobbled it, didn't catch it cleanly, and that staying with it gives them a touchdown and a tie ball game.
Rivalry game, trophy game, tied in the 4th.
And an automatic bid out of the Big East still at stake between Cincinnati, Louisville, and don't forget Rutgers. That's what's on the line here tonight, staying in the hunt for that automatic bid to a BCS bowl game. This place is rocking.
Munchie, Legaux, and Cincinnati get it at the 25. Cincinnati hurries up. Win on first down. Win with more defenders slipping on the wet turf. He takes it to the 45.
It's the right side of the line that does the great job, and they cut off the backers. If you get those middle linebackers blocked, you have a chance to make something happen. And that time they blocked both Brown and Durant.
Cincinnati is now nearing the field goal range of Tony Miliano with 4:23 to go. He hit a 47-yarder back in the first quarter. But that wind, which has been blowing from north to south, means that Miliano would be kicking into the wind if Cincinnati is going to attempt a field goal. It would be right around 50 yards from here.
And Louisville is responding with run blitz after run blitz to shut down any more penetration.
Those are the flags at the top of the stadium, but really keep an eye on the ones at the top of the goalpost, which are blowing much less strongly than the ones at the top of the stadium. The Bearcats would like to get in the end zone to negate all of that wind and kicking talk.
Here comes the pressure.
Wynn again, the run blitz is there to drop Wynn, making third down for Cincinnati from inside the Louisville 30. Call it 3rd and 6.
Again, no huddle. They're not burning any clock here.
Would be a 45-yard field goal from right here. Stewart continues to lead the Cincinnati bench. Walter Stewart, the injured defensive end.
They're taking their time now. They've burned this clock down to about 8 seconds on the play clock.
Legaux on 3rd and 5 to throw. Drums inside the 15. Kelsey had it. It would have been first down Cincinnati with 2:40 to go in the game.
Yeah, not a great throw, but certainly catchable. He throws it behind Kelsey. Kelsey couldn't stop enough. On replay, it looks like it was even a more difficult catch because it was thrown further behind him than I thought.
So now it's Miliano on for the kick. This is from 46 into the wind. He had a 47-yard kick in the first quarter. Miliano has made his last 4 kicks. 46 into the wind for the lead. Miliano's kick is no good. Tie game, 24-all, 2:35 to go. And now Teddy Bridgewater and the Louisville offense will get the football with 2 timeouts.
And 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Now remember, had Cincinnati slowed down their hurry-up offense, they probably could have taken another minute to a minute and a half off the clock. And that would have left Louisville with a lot less time. Charlie Strong, really excited. One of the hottest names in the coaching business right now, Charlie Strong.
The game's so good, we haven't even gotten to discuss Charlie Strong's thoughts on that. 1st and 10 from the 29 for Teddy Bridgewater and the Cardinals. Complete on the outside, that's Copeland. Teddy Bridgewater led a game-tying drive here in the 4th. He had a game-winning drive last week versus South Florida, in which he was terrific.
And we talked about quarterbacks winning play. 4th quarter, 3rd downs.
Pressure coming. Throws into that pressure, complete on the outside. Parker slips past the Cincinnati D. Devontae Parker will take it inside the 10. Devontae Parker, touchdown, and Louisville grabs the lead with 1:56 to go in the 4th. Parker had the tying touchdown, and now Devontae Parker takes it 64 yards to give Louisville the lead. Is good, and it's a touchdown lead for the Cardinals as they try to claim the keg of nails for the first time in 5 years.
You remember when defensive back Devin Drain went out with a bad right hand? He came back on the field. Watch how he misses this tackle. He's got that right hand taped up. He can't make that tackle with the right hand right there. Parker gets by him. The pursuit is late, and Parker, all 6 feet 3 of him, with good speed, gets into the end zone. But Devin Drain, trying to be a hero and get back on the field to help his team with the bad wrist, the bad hand, could not make the tackle.
Devontae Parker had the 30-yard touchdown grab, the one that was originally incomplete, then reversed to tie the game, and then Bridgewater to Parker on a 64-yard catch and run, breaking away from the injured Devin Drain. 1:56 now. Cincinnati gets the football back. 2 timeouts. Abernathy from the goal line. Abernathy to the 35. Abernathy wrestled down at the 42. Bearcat football needing a touchdown. 1:48 to go in the game. There are the touchdown grabs by Parker, 30 and 64. Munchie, Legaux, and the Cincinnati offense get the football. 2 timeouts. They will have it right around the 40-yard line. Call it the 41.
Oh, man, the rain is coming down a lot harder now. And this is a tough environment. It's gotten louder for Munchie Legaux.
On 1st and 10. Caught somehow. Tompkins makes the catch through 2 defenders diving for the interceptions. Kimbrell Tompkins makes the catch.
How did he get it through there? How did they miss it? And what great concentration by Tompkins.
A minute 41, clock rolling. Cincinnati football at the Louisville 37. Legaux hands off to Wynn. Wynn takes it to near the 25, close to another first down. Bearcats have 2 timeouts.
Plenty of time. They picked up the blitz that time and got Wynn to cut into the vacated gap there and pick up a first down. They have plenty of time.
Chains moved. The clock did not stop as the chains were moved. Minute 12, a minute 10. Legaux heats it to the end zone. It is caught for a Cincinnati touchdown. Julian hauls it in. We're a PAT away from being tied again with a minute 3 to go. 27-yard touchdown grab. Legaux to Damon Julian. In just 53 seconds, the Bearcats go 59 yards to get the touchdown. Miliano for the extra point to tie it. Even at 31 with a minute 3 to go.
Go figure. Wow. And Munchie Legaux answers. Watch this here. Here's your safety. He's heading back to the corner. The corner thinks he's got deep help. Munchie Legaux waits them out. Julian runs outside the corner and gets deep. The safety can't get over in time because Munchie holds him in the middle of the field. Watch the way he holds everybody inside and then comes back outside quickly before the safety can get over. Wow. Nice throw, great catch.
Damon Julian has the 2 biggest touchdown grabs of the season for Cincinnati. He had the 39-yard game-winning TD versus Virginia Tech, and now hauls this one in to tie it with a minute 3 to go.
We talk about critical situations. Munchie Legaux just delivered another critical situation like he did against Virginia Tech. We saw Teddy Bridgewater deliver that in the 4th quarter. Both of them have played lights out in this 4th quarter.
325 combined yards between these teams in the 4th quarter. Another bobble on a kick. Perry manages to recover it. Perry gets to the 13. Devontae Parker has the game-tying touchdown for Louisville and the game winner. Correction.
The one that got the go ahead. Yeah, that was the controversial one that was reversed on replay. This was the missed tackle by Drain with the bad arm, and then great speed to get to the end zone. But that would be answered despite what Parker did on those 2 touchdown catches. Pretty good average, huh?
Averaging 30 yards. So now Louisville 1st and 10 from the 15. Bridgewater throwing on 1st and 10, complete to the outside. That's Radcliffe.
Well, Cincinnati is playing kind of a zone matchup man. They're showing 2 deep coverage or quarters coverage, but as the receiver gets close to you, you play man-to-man principles on him. And Teddy Bridgewater recognized that and threw away from the coverage, beating it.
Louisville will try to get to the Cincinnati 30 to set up a field goal attempt for Wallace. Bridgewater rolling. Bridgewater throws incomplete. 43 seconds. Second down coming for Bridgewater.
Yeah, and Cincinnati changing their defense. They got out of the defense they were in on first down. They've gone more to a serious zone, a 2 deep, 5 under, rush 4, giving them a little bit more protection on the deep ball.
In order to get into the kicker John Wallace's range to get to the 30, that's about 25 yards from here for Louisville. So 43 seconds.
Yep, 2 timeouts.
25 yards, 2 timeouts in order to have the shot for the redshirt freshman kicker John Wallace. Bridgewater takes the sack. Bridgewater is sacked by Cheatham back at the 37. Louisville has to use one of the timeouts with 36 seconds left.
A well-timed cornerback blitz that Bridgewater didn't see. Cheatham did a nice job of disguising it. He's over here. Look at him. He's looking in, but he's going to take his time, and he waits until Bridgewater looks away, and then he comes with it. By the time that Teddy Bridgewater realizes it's coming, it's too late. It might.
Made tonight. Bridgewater on 3rd down and 16. Scrambling away from the pressure. Flag is down. Bridgewater throws complete. That's Perry who takes it to the 45. Now we check the flag with 26 seconds. It's Wright who makes the grab. 26 seconds to go.
Holding, offense, 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
3rd down and very long coming, and now Louisville has to think about not handing the football back to Cincinnati with any time on the clock.
Well, if you're Cincinnati, you use your 2 timeouts. You want to make sure that you force Louisville to do something on 4th down, to force them to kick the ball or something.
Munchie, Legaux, and the Bearcat offense hoping they get the football either at the end of the 4th or in overtime. Clock rolling. 15 seconds, 14 seconds. Bridgewater's going to throw over the middle. Has a man. That's Wright. Wright is dropped at the 41-yard line. 4th down coming up, and guess what?
I don't know why Cincinnati didn't use their timeouts immediately after the penalty and then after 4th down to force something to happen.
But instead, we are tied at 31 at the end of regulation. For the first time in the battle for the keg of nails, we are headed to overtime. Teddy Bridgewater and Munchie Legaux had a really rough start to the night, including the 2 interceptions in the first half for Legaux. Bridgewater at one point completed 10 straight passes. He has a new career high, 416 passing yards. They both lead drives in the 4th quarter to get us to this point. Overtime for the first time in the battle for the keg of nails between the Cardinals and Bearcats. Munchie, Legaux, and Cincinnati get first crack.
And Cincinnati has been able to run the ball against the run blitzes that Louisville brings.
Nearing 200 rushing yards in the game for Cincinnati. Legaux hands off to George Wynn, the senior from Michigan. Takes it to the 25, so gets nothing, maybe half a yard on the first play of overtime. Keith Brown leads the Louisville surge.
And we've not seen much of Abernathy in the second half, only a couple of touches. Wynn is the bigger back, probably a little bit sturdier, and with the weather being as it is, probably a little safer with the football with the bigger guy in the backfield.
Friday night magic in overtime in Louisville. SportsCenter follows when we're done with an epic battle for the keg of nails between the Bearcats and Cardinals. Win again. It will be 3rd down for Cincinnati. 3rd down and 8 for the Bearcats on the first possession of overtime.
And the football has to be in the hands of Munchie Legaux. And the guy who's performed in the 4th quarter has been Kimbrell Tompkins, the wide receiver out to the right.
Third down for the Cardinals. For the Bearcats, rather, against the Cardinal D. 3rd and 9 for Cincinnati. Legaux pressured by Smith. Steps up to the end zone. Intercepted. Cardinal ball. All Louisville needs is a field goal, and they take. The keg of nails battle in overtime. Terrell Floyd intercepts Legaux. 3rd pick tonight, thrown by Munchie Legaux.
It was a poor throw and a poor decision. We talked about decision-making fourth quarter. He made great decisions in the fourth quarter up till now. He forces this one. There is nothing there. He floats this ball up. For whatever reason, he didn't appear to see Floyd just sitting there at the goal line.
All Louisville needs now is a field goal, but rainy, wet conditions, snapping, holding, kicking the football in wet weather. So can Bridgewater and the Cardinals get in the end zone to end all the doubt? Harry behind Teddy Bridgewater on 1st and 10 from the 25. Sonoris Perry bounces outside. Perry cuts it back. Gets nearly to the 15. A 9-yard pickup by Sonoris Perry.
From right here, you're looking at about a 34-yarder, 33-yarder.
Hand off to Perry again. Perry leans and appears to have the first down for Louisville. The only kick that John Wallace has missed this year was the 57-yarder at the end of the first half. Other than that, he is perfect.
Devil's advocate just for the moment here. Teddy Bridgewater. Would you leave the ball in his hands and have him throw to the end zone? Would you leave it for the kicker here or take a chance with it? I think they've decided they're going to run the ball.
Run the football.
And try and kick it and win it.
Wallace, again,
yep.
Especially with the guy who's been terrific on the season. He only missed from 57. So Perry running the football to try and set up. And don't be surprised if you see Louisville kick on 3rd down because of the wet weather and the fact that if you have a bumbled snap or hold, then you still have 4th down. Interception by Cincinnati in the top of the first overtime. So John Wallace, the Louisville kicker, will likely have a chance to win it unless the Cardinals can get it in the end zone. Wright takes it on 2nd and 8. Takes it to the 9-yard line.
And up is number 28, Jeremy Wright.
Now it's a question of where does your kicker want the football?
It should be a 26-yarder, and on 3rd down.
Yeah, and he clearly wanted it on this hash mark because they ran to this hash mark for him.
This is 3rd down.
3rd down, yeah. Are they going to keep it here or run it back towards the middle?
Losing yardage. Wright loses yardage, bring it back out to, we'll see where the forward progress was stopped, right around the 12.
Well, you notice how they kept running to the hash mark. That's clearly where he wanted it. And Butch Jones is going to ice him and use his timeout. But instead of running to the middle of the field, clearly they asked the kicker where he wanted it, and he said left hash.
This would be a 30-yard kick for the win from John Wallace. Critical snap from Grant Donovan. Timeout. Timeout before the bad snap. Timeout Cincinnati.
Oh, man, he's second guessing that one now. Wow.
You choose to ice the kicker and get the bad snap in the rain.
Wow.
That Cincinnati was hoping for.
He waited to the last second. If he doesn't call the timeout, this whole thing changes.
We're going to a 2nd overtime.
Wow.
So Butch Jones chooses to ice the kicker. The snap from Grant Donovan is high, but it doesn't matter. Timeout granted. Wallace again from 30. No timeouts left for Cincinnati. Donovan the snapper. Stein the holder. Wallace for 30 yards and the win. Louisville wins it in overtime. An epic Friday night battle for the Keg of Nails ends with John Wallace's 30-yard kick. And for the first time in 5 years, the Louisville Cardinals win the Keg of Nails 34-31. Louisville over Cincinnati. We'll have much more from Louisville on the dramatic overtime win for Teddy Bridgewater and the Cardinals. They remain undefeated, 8-0 on the season. But we send you now to SportsCenter with much more to come from Louisville. 34-31, the final in OT. SportsCenter begins.